Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with another ReBless Zwei video. Now, here's something I have to point out with this. There is quite a few changes that they've added. Some of the stuff is giving you LR equipment and whatnot. Some very important changes because it's not just the accessories, we can now get the LR. But, you can get some heroine essence, you can get some of these proficiency stones you'll need later on. There is a lot of interesting stuff. You can even get LR equipment from this lucky wheel. However, I would not go too far on the wheel because as tempting as it seems, you need to seriously hardcore wheel. They want you to do 300 pulls to get all of this stuff. And the problem with that is it will cost you well over $10,000 if you're trying to get that much stuff. So, essentially, you're going to want to be very careful on what you whale on. There is a lot of different things that can potentially give you some stuff, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. LR is pretty much a huge whaling experience, so keep that in mind. And I'm currently trying to redo some of my stuff in order to better get things, because I'm trying to like resituate a lot of my different equipment and whatnot, since I managed to get a lot of diamonds. So because there's a thing that will get you diamonds now pretty easily. So okay, I got that to 25. But if you swap around your SSR heroines that already have stars and whatnot, you'll get more bonus from the faction, because now they give you faction bonuses based on how many stars a character has. And more so, your own little faction boost is going to be the same way, so you can get a lot, and I mean a lot of boost. Now, it is very, very good, it is very, very strong, and I suggest everybody does it. Because, holy crap, there is so much, just so much you get boosted on. And it is ridiculous. So, I would personally try to go check everything in the shops and see what's happened, because some of the stuff you can grind out eventually, but the LR process is long. If anyone thinks the SSR is bad, the LR is going to be worse, and there's going to be UR and MR as well, which is above LR. So that means you're going to have one serious grind ahead of you. I would be very, very careful on what you do and don't get, because some of the stuff is just going to be very, very time consuming. And I literally mean hugely time consuming. So you may want to be careful on what you do and don't get, because there's a difference with all of this. And oh yeah, I don't think I got her stuff to... Now, the thing with the accessories, if you try to go past +1, it gets expensive to try and convert these to LR. And I suggest everyone tries to do the LR conversion just because it's better to do it that way. So anything that's like +1, you can already convert pretty quickly. Anything past that, I would go to like the rebirth and knock it down, then convert it, because then you'll be able to get some stuff for it. Like, you'll get it to a more reasonable level. Like when you go to this refining tab, look, I've done this, boom, I now have an LR accessory. You can do that as long as it's not equipped on your character. So that's the whole thing with that. And I'm going to convert all my attack ones first, because attack is a lot more potent than HP, in my opinion. So I would do attack first and HP, and yeah, I didn't mean to hit that one. See, sometimes it's weird trying to click on all this stuff. Okay, Alice, there we go, sacrifice. You can only do this when you hit a certain level. So that's something to be wary of. And then because of the faction bonus too, that's based on stars, it's now going to give you much more of a boost. So keep that in mind. Now, anybody that didn't... Okay, you are Chaos. You're also Chaos because you went Arcane. And again, getting the matching really helps with this. And you are Life. And now that I've done that, I've gotten some huge boosts. Now, I'm going to reduce all my other stuff. Like, I'm rebirthing the crap out of all this stuff. You can even get stars on SSR equipment, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because it is a huge process to try and do that. Because you need to get shards in order to actually star these up. And I would not worry about it. Like, it can get you a small boost, but I wouldn't go too hard on there. Like, I would literally have to have a chance of it dropping on certain things and whatnot. But, yeah. Something else I really should point out, too, is, this thing right here that everybody should pay attention to. And I seriously mean it. Everybody should pay attention to this. There is a hidden shop, basically. You go in here. You don't have to buy all this stuff, but there are some good ones that may or may not pop up. I suggest getting some of these proficiency stones because you're going to need them later. But some of this other stuff is like, maybe get if it's cheap. I don't know. And then I don't know what this gift pack thing is, but it exists, and it will start giving us some extra stuff when more people work with the shop, I guess. And not everything's even translated. So we probably got early access to that type of thing. But Deal Master and Total Discounts is how you get there. Because they'll both, you hit go and they'll get you to wherever you need to be. Now, well no, it's the Deal Master actually. The Total Discount, you get a bonus whenever you try to add Nutaku Gold for certain things. And there's a limit for that. I would not worry about that too much unless you are a spender. You don't need to worry about the top-up bonus. Just keep in mind that you need to buy a lot of stuff from the secret shop, which is the Deal Master thing does, and then you'll be able to get it. So it's kind of iffy that way. Anyways, I'm going to remove that. I've already got two things for you. Because I want her HP to be up there. Healer needs to stay alive. Although I may be able to star up some of her stuff. Like, it takes multiple shards in order to try and star up. And you get a bonus. So it's kind of like a chance on a refinery thing. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I just did that as an example, but quite frankly, until you're able to really farm for a lot of shards, I wouldn't really worry about that too much. You're both arcane. You're going to get an HP drop, but I need to remove those. Or actually, I can keep them on until I'm ready. Yeah, you can keep that one. Take the 30. Take the 29, and I'm going to try and upgrade these guys. Because everybody's attack power just shot through the roof. I would get this one a nice little booster. However, her equipment shackle is not related to LR accessories just yet. Which is why I'm not worried about it. But it is a possible thing. You really have to pay attention to whatever gets shackled and whatnot, because that's the big thing about a lot of these. And I'm going to enhance your attack to whatever I can get it to. There you go. And now I do have duplicate stuff. I can't refine because I don't have sacrifice amulets. Now, what I do need to point out is when you go into your exploration at a certain level and you go into rob treasure, you can drop diamonds in order to try and get one of these shards to fuse to something else. So it'll let you craft one of these. However, it is probably some huge RNG in order to get some of this stuff. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I am going to do it once just to sip and bring it up. So I got life. This is chaos. I'm trying to think who needs the most HP aside from my maid, because I don't really care about her getting too much of a boost. She's already got a huge boost just on her main stuff. Equipment will get her a massive boost later on because she's already holding up there with the others, and quite nicely. So you got 8.9, and I think she's like the only one that isn't even, yeah. Okay, so you would need a chaos bracelet. So just for all points and purposes, I'm going into here. And she would need a chaos bracelet. So I would go to rob treasure, I would go to fusion. Whatever one of these I want to just toss at it. There's a life bracelet, there's a chaos bracelet. We go fusion. You need 6 parts in order to make this thing. Expect to get a lot of attempts to try and get these because the chances are very, very low. So I'm going to just spam quick rob. And if I get lucky, I get lucky. I didn't mean to rob directly, but I could. It is more important than ever to try and use this in order to get your because it's still depending on how lucky you really are. Like, I'm quite lucky on this one. But it could be much, much worse. And boom, I've gotten a chaos bracelet. Now, it's going to take 250 diamonds in order to sip and undo it, but the conversion is going to be more expensive if you don't try to farm it out. So, conversion can save you some time. And I'm going to try and get somebody an attack booster. Because I wanted her to have HP. However, I would have to refine this. But I could replace it and instantly still have much more HP. I can replace that and instantly have much more HP. So as you can see, it's a huge spike. But yeah, you really have to pay attention to what your equipment shackling is and try to get the best stuff. If it's in the game, I do believe they allow you to get it. Like, I can get these eternal things if I'm grindy enough, but good luck with that. Good luck with that, because in order to get that, that's in the shop. And you need specific items in order to get that stuff. Like the equipment, the LR shop. You need diamonds and these little stone bricks in order to get these red ore. And then you need to spend that red ore on these. It is like roughly 100 diamonds per shard. 100 diamonds and 2,500 of these mats. That's why it is like super whaley to try and get all of the LR stuff. As tempting as it is, don't stress yourself out over it too much, because unless you get lucky on the secret shop or something like that, you're going to end up burning a lot of stuff on it. Like, I can get some of these already, and I got them for a few randomly from the random pool, but it's like, seriously, guys, don't stress yourself out over the LR too much, because first off, SSR still gets a massive boost, and it's easier to get. Unless it's the accessories, you can get that fairly easy. And second, you're going to want to start your SSR anyway to get more diamonds, because that's where a good booster is going to be at. But quite frankly, I would worry about some other stuff more. And then there's this too, which is again going to run you diamonds, and then it's going to run you the martial things. It is hard to get LR. Simple as that. It is hard to get LR. And actually, if I go in the main story and go back one, because I need to reset this, and then, because I've got potions, if you want to be honest, I'm just saving them up. I can still go get more diamonds in the storyline, but I can challenge this and probably kick the crap out of it now because I got a huge boost. Boom. So there I go, I got 100 diamonds for that mess. And I'm going to go forward a little bit more. But because of the faction changes and a few other things, your CP is probably spiked, so double check that. It is a huge boost whenever you do that, because it depends on how many stars you have on your characters and whatnot. And I've gotten quite a few stars on these dragon girls because I was going dragon faction for the most part. It's really big when you get a lot of the same factions, so that's what I have to point out. And then if you got morph cards and stuff too, you can get even bigger boosts, because I think it multiplies off of your own stats. A lot of stuff multiplies off each other to give you some huge boosts. And the damage I'm doing is insane. I can probably skip through a few chapters without any issues whatsoever now. Like, seriously, they are barely damaging me, if that. So that's what I gotta say on that. So after this, I should be able to skip, and boom. My HP was near full. Like, I will use one of these and just finish that off. I'm just going to, like, go through storyline and try and get LR accessories already set up, because it's not going to take too much off of me. Like, see, I've already got more diamonds, and I can go get more. But, anyways, that's all for this. More is going to come soon. I've heard that there are UR in the game. There goes my fan for my computer. But I heard there are UR in the game, but only for the maid, and it's going to take a lot of stuff. Again, anything above SSR, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless it's accessories, because accessories you can still get. Accessories are pretty reasonable on the diamonds. It's everything else that will take you a lot of diamonds in order to really get, so only whales can really do too much on them. But anyways, that's all for now. More stuff will come soon, and again, just double check stuff. There's been a lot of different updates. In order to get the diamonds for your characters, you need to go to your lineup. Like, you literally need to go to your lineup. Like, main page, hit lineup, and physically switch in and out all your SSR. Like, literally go to here, hit replace, switch the character. Something else you may have noticed too is the fact that you will retain level. And if you click on them, you retain stuff like promotions, cultivations, and potential. So you will need to swap all your characters out and do all that. It will give you a lot of different stuff. And then as you can see, I get the faction bonus based on whoever's in there. So there's all of that. But anyways, that's all for this. More is going to come soon. I'm going to start grinding some stuff out because I'm getting a huge spike. But anyways, that's all for now, guys. Take care.